Hello and welcome back to Retro Rats. Now I am joined today by David and Lindsay, also their new member Grace from Desmond Donders. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you get to see both David and Lindsay and of course the wonderful Grace. Hello. Hello, how are you?
We're good, thanks.
Very good, yeah.
What's it like coming back down south?
Very strange.
You want an honest answer.
I'd forgotten how aggressive the drivers were. I mean, it's crazy. The speed that people drive at is just nuts.
Yeah, they're even worse when you get to London.
No, we're avoiding that like the
Avoiding
plague.
I've done
my
driving on
time
the
in London,
M25.
thank you very much. No. We'll leave that to the tourists. We're not tourists, we're just retirees.
Which leads on to the next question. How are you finding retirement?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's the fact that since we came away this trip, we haven't had to worry about fitting everything in. You know, we haven't spent one night in one place, we've spent 2 nights, and if we like it we might spend 3 as long as we don't upset any of the locals. And there's no rush to get back home till the 31st of March.
That's
So
quite nice.
It's yeah, whether we last that long or not depends whether the money runs out or not. Because we need to get home, but I think we've done nearly 600 and odd miles so far.
Nearly 700.
Nearly 700.
Some of that is down to the bloody sat-nav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does have a tendency to take us off on the wrong route.
You be going along, you stop at a traffic light, you're still doing 30 mile an hour according to the sat-nav, and it goes up the, on up the street,
And she also tried to take us up the toll roads in the M6 today. And
Oh,
we thought,
no.
I don't think so.
I've got it set, avoid toll routes.
Yeah, yeah.
And as we're going down the road, M6 toll.
It does split before you get there.
Yeah,
From-
Literally
got it,
just before.
Yeah.
But she was saying, take the 3rd turning on your left. No, we'll take the 4th because it's the one that doesn't. You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, don't pay. Oh, God, no.
I think it was, 15 quid you saw the sign for?
I think it said it would be from here to wherever was going to be £15. I'm not in any hurry. I'll drive through the middle of wherever we are. That's how. Half the time you don't know where you are with it. Oh, yeah.
That's almost the price of 4 ice creams.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, it's about that there. And you'd rather have the ice creams.
Oh, definitely.
I just have a thing about paying for things that I've already paid through taxes and.
I mean, we pay road tax for the state the roads are in, and there's almost as many potholes down here as there is up our way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's loads of potholes and there's loads of roadworks as well because they're trying to use up the money before the end of March.
Before the end of March, yeah.
So that their budget doesn't get cut. Yeah, that sounds like the RAF used to do that. They used to come and do all the jobs that you'd been asking them all year to do because they had money left over.
Yep.
They'd come and paint the house and you could have any colour as long as it was magnolia.
So, of course, it's been 5 years that we last saw each other.
Yeah, it's scary.
I know, and so much has happened in those 5 years.
Yeah, well, a couple of months after we saw you guys, we all got locked down thanks to Boris and COVID.
Exactly, yeah. But it's absolutely lovely to see you back down this way. I really wish you'd come up and see you. Chloe, if you're watching, because you're not here.
Yes, we've just volunteered you for a trip to Scotland. I'm sure Faith will manage.
As we've said to another friend of ours as well, it doesn't have to be all the way up to where we are. We can meet halfway.
We can meet you halfway.
Yeah. Well, we're on about getting another vehicle to do up, ready to do the NC 500 because Faith will not make it. But we'd like to have a small vehicle to come up and then do Airbnbs along the way. So we give the locals the business that they should generally have.
Yeah, possibly not with Airbnbs, seeing as that belongs to Mr. Musk.
But it's just the thought. The NC, everybody's goal seems to be the NC 500, and we've just done a little bit more of it again. It's great, the beautiful scenery, etc., etc. But there's just so much more to Scotland than that road round the top.
Yeah.
And the fact is that the West Coast is more rugged. People say that's the side with the scenery and that's the side where everything's beautiful, and once they've done that, gone up the top and round, and then they just fly down the East Coast because there's nothing there. The East Coast is full of little treasures, and if you don't look, you ain't going to get. And both of us get really annoyed, especially me, when they turn around and say, we did the NC 500 in 5 days. To which I always ask, did you actually stop?
Yeah, I when I see people do that, I usually say, surely they've not seen everything. You
can't.
Yeah.
You just go off a side road.
We've been doing the NC 500 for nearly 40 years. And
before it was the NC 500.
We still find new things to find. I was just going to say, it's ironic we're sat here in the middle of stone country, if you like. Stonehenge down the road, Avebury round the corner.
Yeah. You've got Fifield Downs, which is completely littered with the sarsen stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the east coast of the NC 500, you've got all the cairns, and the field of many stains, all that kind of thing.
Yeah. And then you've got Willigo Steps, which is an adventure all of its own.
And all the harbours.
Yeah. Willigo Steps is a set of steps. It used to be 365 steps until the local kids got involved, and then they destroyed a few. That actually you have to walk down to get to where the old harbour used to be, where the boats used to get lifted up out the water and onto the bank, and they would pitch them, and the pitch and everything was made down there. But when they were actually fishing, what happened was that the women used to walk down the steps with the baskets on their backs. They would then put the fish in their baskets and then walk back up the steps, and then walk 6 miles from Wheeligo to Wick to sell the fish, turn round, come back and have supper on the table before the men got home, because they didn't know any better. And the chap that we spoke to was so full of information about the entire idea of why the steps were there and why the harbour was there. And then they got a bigger harbour somewhere else, so that one went into disrepair, and him and his next door neighbour actually fixed up the steps so that people could go up and down them. I'll never walk them again because it nearly killed me coming back up. Now, I've only done it once, and these poor women did it every day, bar Sundays.
Wow. Definitely a place to go and visit.
Oh, if he's still there, he's
but there's all sorts of places like that up that side of the coast, up that part of the NC 500, and people just
don't see
it.
But then they're so tunnel vision about the actual road that the NC 500 goes along that they don't actually think, well, actually, if we went just off this road, where's it going to take us? If we turned right, where's it going to take us? They're just focused on doing the road.
Right, yeah.
And now Applecross has come off it. They're actually off the NC 500 because they got so sick and tired of people just, turning up. Yeah, we're being turned round, go back again. The Balachnaba is a road not for the faint-hearted, because it has 2 massive, great big, what do you call them, hairpins, and it is, we've gone up that road, and the wind's been blowing so hard that the water's actually been pushed back up.
Going back up.
Oh, wow.
And it's just incredible. We went once at Easter, got to where we were supposed to be parked, and I switched the water on, turned the tap on, and nothing happened. This one forgot to fill the water tank before we left the house.
Oh no!
So we ended up having to go back down the Balachnaba in the dark, in the snow. And the only reason we actually got through the Balachnaba in the first place was because the farmers had actually been out and snow ploughed it, because that is one of their main roads in and out. And the wall of snow was actually taller than Desmond at one point.
Wow.
And then we went back down in the dark, and David says, that is the best run we've ever had at that road. I literally sit with my heart in my mouth every time we use it, and this one says, shall we stop at the top and take pictures? No.
Well, talking about going places and adventures, what are your plans with Desmond?
short term, we're staying in it. No. We're on this trip at the moment. We're just to meet up with folk that we've met and then catch up again. And then, who knows what we'll do in the summer. We try and stay out of the way in the summer. Go to the not so nice places that we go to and hide out away from the
no, the not touristy places.
And the not touristy places.
Yeah.
But that's more and more difficult because there's more and more people going up there. The longer term is we're planning a trip to Europe.
Oh.
Going to use our Schengen days to get through France and Spain.
And possibly parts of Portugal.
Portugal as well, perhaps, yeah. Look into how much it costs to permanently live there. Crossing to Morocco is the plans. Now, we then need to think about coming back. The friends that are going with us, they struggled with the Bilach-na-Bar, so there's some roads on the route they want to come back where they may have trouble. But we'll see. But what we could do is cross into a Spanish territory which is not part of the Schengen area, the east of Morocco, for one night, and that renews your 90 days in Morocco, so you could stay away for even longer, and you could just keep doing that as long as you like.
Oh, so you could be staying in Morocco.
It depends on the heat. We're actually going winter time because
it depends if there is some heat, because we saw some horrendous pictures of snow and rain and horrible weather
in Morocco.
In Morocco, after we told people we were going.
So it depends, but we've also promised on the way back that we have to go into Holland so that we can go see Sargig and Cindy and the dogs.
And Anita,
yeah.
the Dutch Kiwi.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll all come off, but it won't be for the want of trying. But first things first, we need passports.
Yes, I know that very well. That's what I'm in the process of trying to get now. So I can do my trip to China. Wow, thank you very much. It'd be lovely to see you again if you're ever back down this way.
Oh, always. Yeah.
And I say we will come up eventually. We will come up.
Well, we're apparently Phil, one of the gent whose idea it was to go to Morocco in the first place. He comes from Wiltshire and he wants to take us round the Cotswolds before we actually get on the ferry to go to France. So we may be back sooner than you think. But
he's also wanting to go do that October and then on the ferry in November.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which means we've got to have another MOT because we're going to be away in February. So bringing the MOT forward is no problem. But the sooner we have the MOT, the sooner we've got to be back.
Yeah, that's the only thing, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh. Well, it'd be lovely to see you all. Anytime you're down this way, do give us a shout.
Of course we will.
Yeah,
and
because
next
it's
time,
lovely.
hopefully we'll get to see both of you.
Yeah,
it's a shame Peggy can't come, but I understand.
That is Peggy.
Oh, sorry.
We get that so many times, don't worry.
Sorry. No, it's a shame Chloe's not here because it would have been nice to see you both.
Yeah.
It's lovely that you came out to see us. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you for inviting.
Oh, no worries. Anytime.
And of course, we can't finish this off without saying, stay safe, stay retro.